Hi, hope you all are good. Today I am going to discuss 5 problems for NEET aspirants. Some of you keep sending me problems. I have chosen 5 of them for this class. Before starting, I would request you to subscribe my channel and keep asking questions. Now, okay, let's start. The question that we have chosen here, the first question is this. In a lake, a fish rising vertically to the surface of water uniformly at a rate 3 meter per second observes a bird diving vertically towards the water at the rate of 9 meter per second. The actual velocity of the dive of the bird, we have to find out that. So what is that? Let us consider this is the ground, so water surface. So fish is at a depth x from the surface, and the bird is actually at height h. So with respect to the fish, the apparent distance of the bird from the fish will be this length, but this length will not be act as it is the actual length. So the apparent length will be multiplied by the refractive index of the water where the fish is. You know those equations, apparent depth equation from optics. So after differentiating, we will be able to get the velocity dy dt dx dt, and here the dh dt. The dy dt, what is dy dt? Dy dt is the apparent velocity that is given here, which is 9 meter per second with respect to the fish. So we put those values. Dx dt is the actual velocity of the fish. Mu, we know the value, and dh dt is the what is known as the actual velocity of the bird. We have to find out the actual velocity of the bird. So we go through these kinds of equations, and after doing the calculations, we find out the result. So this is basically a uh, example of how to solve the apparent depth kind of things. These kinds of questions is frequently comes in NEET. So let's move to the next question. Second question that I have chosen here is this question, that it's from the polarization. Unpolarized light of intensity is 32 watt per meter square. It passes through 3 polarizers. You see, I have drawn a diagram like thing. Here, these 3 are the 3 polarizer, P1, P2, and P3. Let us choose. So, the transmission axis of the last polarizer is crossed with the first. That means the angle between P1 and P3, we have chosen the 3 polarizer like P1, P2, and P3. And according to question, the angle between P1 and P3 will be 90 degree. So let us choose first the angle between first 2 polarizer is theta, and the next 2 is phi. So the sum of these 2 should be 90 degree according to the question that was given. Next, what they have asked in the question is that intensity of the emerging light is 3 watt per meter square. So here let us consider initially it was I0. First polarizer it becomes I1. After that it becomes I2. And finally when it emerges out of the last polarizer, the intensity becomes I3. So we know the equations regarding the polarizer. So what will happen? I1 will be the I0 by 2. I2 will be I1 cos square phi, because this is making an angle theta with the first polarizer P1. Similarly, the third polarizer is making an angle phi with respect to the second one. So this becomes I square cos square phi. And we know that theta plus phi 90 degrees. So if we replace phi by 90 minus theta, So what will be there? Cos phi will become sin theta. So after putting those values, what we will do? They have given us, we will replace I2 by I1, this term, and I1 with this term I0 by 2. So after doing those kinds of things, follow the steps, we get these kinds of I0 by 8 sine square 2 theta. You know the equations. 2 sine theta cos theta becomes sine 2 theta. So from this equation, we get 3 8s are 24 and I0 was 32. So 24 by 32, which gives us the value of sine 2 theta to be root 3 by 2. So 2 theta will be 60 degree and theta must be 30 degree. So that should be the answer. So let us move to the next question that I have chosen. What is that? 2 point white dots are 1 millimeter apart on a black paper. They are viewed by eye of pupil diameter 3 millimeter. Approximately, which is the maximum distance? What is the maximum distance that we have to find out at which these dots can be resolved by the eye? And the wavelength given here is, in the question it was written 500 millimeter, but I think it must be nanometer. Visible light's wavelength range is that region in nanometer scale. No, 500 nanometers or 5000 angstrom, like those things. So I have chosen this problem, but I use nanometer as the scaling. Now we know the condition for the resolving power. Remember this formula: y by d must be greater than this or equal to. So from that, we will be able to find out the maximum distance from where we can distinguish these 2 points. So putting the equations and doing the calculations, we will get the result. It was been given that the result should be 5 meter come. So I hope after calculation you will get the result, because the procedure is right. I have not checked the calculation part. So this is so easy equations. You just do the calculations yourself and you will be able to find out the answer. I hope that will come. So now, in a Young double slit experiment, how many maximas can be obtained on a screen if lambda is this and small d is this? So suppose from the center positions, like slits were there is a slit, there is a slit. So from the center region, let us think it will be a long screen, but the angular width is like that thing. Now the maximum possible total angular width of all the possible fringes there, that that is maximum 90 degree. It will not be 90 degree, but if it is, if we think that the screen is infinitely long, then the total angle covered from that point will be 90 degree in both sides, upward and downward. Now what is the angular width of a single fringe? That is phi equals to lambda by b. That is the equations and we have to do. And so number of fringes will be sine 90 by sine phi, and as the phi is very small, it will be 2 by 7, you know, from that equation. So we can uh, replace sine phi by only phi. So after doing those kinds of calculations, we get the number of fringes is 7 by 2 in one side, either side. So total number of maxima will be twice that of n, that is 7. So this is the answer. Now let's move to the another question, and the final question for today is again another question from the Young's double slit experiment, where d is equal to the distance of screen and small d is the separation between the slits. The distance of the nearest point to the center maxima where the intensity is same as that due to the single slit. Individual slits, which are the individual slits, their intensity, let us choose I0. Okay, two of them. And their resulted, we know the equation for finding the resultant is this: I1 plus I2 plus 2 root over I1 I2 cos phi. Now they were the same. and the result is also same to that of the single slit. So this is the equation formed from the question. We can write according to question. So after few steps, we come to the value of cos phi, 2 pi by 3. That means 120 degree. Minus half cos phi minus half. So you know the value of minus 5 for cos is at 120-degree angle. Now we have to find out the distance. So you know the uh, phase difference and the path difference relations, and that is this. So we can find out the path difference or the displacement from that positions or like that thing. So where will be the condition satisfied? That means the intensity of the uh, fringe will be that of the individual's slits. So that comes to be lambda by 3. And the path difference relations with the distance from the center maxima is this. Delta x is equal to y d by d. You should go through the textbooks for these kinds of theories. Theories are very important. First of all, you have to master the theory part, and then you should proceed to do the numericals. So this is lambda by 3. And after doing those kinds of equation, you get the desired result, and this matches with this C result. So thanks for watching, and keep studying. Wish you all uh, the best for the future, and don't stop asking me questions. Keep asking.